The bus stop, so. The bus stop there. The bus? No. The bus stop here. The bus stop here. The key one. And the back of the bus. Start with the guy.
So the Guyanese Critic is coming to you from the village of Farm, East Bank, ESSEQUIBO, and I'm covering an accident that has left 12-year-old Varshini dead. We'll talk to her father in a moment and have an understanding of what this 12-year-old young lady life was like. Most 12-year-olds are full of life. Unfortunately, this 12-year-old's life was brought to an abrupt end as a result of an accident that occurred here this afternoon. I must clarify that initially reports suggested that it was a hit and run, but I was told the driver did stop. But because of the fact that of how hard the young lady was hit, she died at the scene. The motor car that hit her was said to be coming from the direction of the west, Parika side, and no brakes marks are shown on the road to suggest the car was coming with a fast rate of speed. But, wow, double lines. We're here and we're covering an issue where a young lady lost her life here and you could still find people speeding. So this seems to be the mark, suggesting where the car was, and the point of impact normally is marked by an X, and that seems to be where the body lay today after 12-year-old Varshini would have been hit and killed on the spot. It said her father, and he's going to explain that to us in his own words, said that she was coming in a bus from the east, from Georgetown, and they live not too far from here, a community just back that way. She coming in the bus, saw her cousin walking, coming to the shop. The bus stopped here to drop out a passenger, and she decided to come out and come along with her cousin. Unfortunately, that was the end of her life as she crossed the road. So I'm going to talk to her father, who was not here at the accident or when the accident occurred. I must say the driver is in custody, and we'll talk to the father to just get a better understanding of, you know, who Varshini was and what kind of person she was. Hey buddy, good night. Condolences to you and your family and the sudden loss of your daughter. Just tell me, you said Varshini was 12 years of age. Where she was coming from today?
Coming from this school
Lessons.
Yeah. And she stopped, she see one of her cousins. Apparently the bus stopped with a pack of passenger or something. She see her cousin. So she come on the bus. And I don't know if she could run across the road or what exactly happened. I can't really see that.
Did you have an opportunity to identify your daughter's body?
Yeah.
Can you?
I took her to the hospital.
You had to. Where were you at the time?
Right? Like my parents.
At home.
So
And you had to come here and you had to take your lifeless daughter to the hospital. Wow. Did you notice any specific injuries on her body?
yeah, she hand break and she foot break and she had a gash on her forehead. And the cops was here, so the holy guy and end up he put me and his vehicle in and we go to the hospital with him, and from there they take him to the station You don't even think they bring him back here for do some market.
You know what kind of car he was driving?
It's a Tacoma.
Okay. So, tell me a little bit about your daughter. What kind of person she was? She got other siblings? You have other kids?
Yes, I have a son. He's bigger than her. She's very, she's nice. She's a very nice person, a wedding person. She got that kid. She's left the church and school and stuff.
And what school she went to?
She went to a lesson.
No, but what school does she normally go to?
She go to Greenwich Park Primary School.
Greenwich Park Primary School. Okay. What do you expect to come out of this?
Well, actually, I want justice for my daughter. What happened here? I need, to know something.
Did the driver tell you anything?
Nothing.
When you were in his vehicle?
Yeah, he didn't talk to me. He didn't tell me nothing.
He was aware that it was your daughter?
I think so. He's supposed to know. When he come, he asked me who is it. He said, my daughter. And then he's going to pick her up.
Okay. Was she breathing? Was there any signs of life when you came here?
Yeah, she was breathing, heavy breathing. So
Okay.
we just took her up and tried to get to the hospital as fast.
Were her eyes, was she unconscious?
Yes.
Okay. So she didn't realize that you had picked her up?
No.
Okay. All right. Thanks, brother. Condolences again to you and your family, yeah? So you would have heard from the father himself explaining his a little bit about his daughter. And I don't want to press too much as I can. I don't want to press too much. A man just lost his 12-year-old daughter. When you got a 12-year-old kid, you got so much of plans for them, and you plan you can do this, and you're thinking about when your daughter get big, you're gonna go to your wedding and all these kind of things. It's very, very unfortunate that the dreams of this father and the mother would not materialize. Very, very unfortunate situation. So the Guyanese critic coming to you from farm East Bank, ESSEQUIBO, where 12-year-old was hit down and killed just in front of the gin supermarket. I was told that the Chinese have some bit of video footage, and I'm hoping that would help in the police investigation, and I'm hoping that whatever it is, justice is served, whether the young lady would have run across the road, whether the driver was speeding. A thorough investigation should be done to bring some clarity to this family. And I want to use this opportunity to tell drivers on the road, be cautious. You're driving at a fast rate of speed, passing a vehicle, passing buses. The bus drivers, the conductors don't really be vigilant to know that persons can be affected in a certain manner, and people could literally lose their lives. Very, very sad situation in this case, and I'm hoping that this family gets justice, and whatever that means. Their case is that justice means clarity. Finding out that you would have made the mistake is a form of justice, right? It's just accepting. Certain people doesn't want to accept how things go. So again, there's not much evidence in terms of skid marks on the road that suggests that the driver would have been speeding, but the main fact that you're going at a rate of speed that you cannot stop in time to see somebody run across the road or dart across the road, and something that happens constantly, that in itself is unfortunate and reckless. I'm hoping drivers use more care and caution on our roads. The Guyanese critic for Daybreak News.